Good evening, friends, and welcome, all, one and all. This is MBTV, and we are proud to present you the Nations Cup Grand Final. This is the best of the best competing to see who is the best nation at Warband. Now, as you can already surmise, Lust is not here to present this match, as an auspicious a moment as it is. Sadly, he bet more than just $20 to Cleric Johnson on the last match. He bet his whole life savings and then some. And now he is in indentured servitude inside of Cleric Johnson's home. Thankfully, he can listen to the stream, so keep on scrubbing that linoleum, Lust. In his stead, I'm hosting, and I am accompanied by the awesome member of the UK team and a capable man himself, Mr. Azan. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? And are you excited for this match?
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, it's going to be a good match, I think.
Not just a good match, the best of matches.
I'll obviously be presenting an unbiased opinion, having faced Poland before.
You're not angry that they knocked you out of the tournament?
No, not at all. Not at all. No. I think it'll be a very good match between the kind, peace-loving, honourable, just the Bene side against the evil, murdering Polish team. Yeah, the defeated us. Yeah.
Well, along with Mr. Azan here, who is completely impartial to the events that are going to unfold, we are also accompanied by Scorekeeper and the lovely voice of Arrow, also known as Aaronwin. Welcome.
Ronwin.
Aaronwin.
Very good.
I actually pronounced that well. I even rolled the R's properly. But yes, she is here also to help with the stream and to provide some commentary during breaks in the intro, just a third-party opinion of another viewer. Lust thought it best that we have a tri-cast of sorts, because grand finals like this are few and far between, my friends.
Yeah, they are. I have to say, though, Poland should be excellent to play against. When we played them the other day, they were doing some really good stuff. Bene's also been playing really well. I think they were beating us in training matches, previous to our being knocked out. But,
yes.
Yeah,
neither team was expected to be in the final, so
that is noteworthy,
brilliantly.
Arrowin. Now it's time to talk about these guys. They've gone a long path to get here. In fact, each one knocked out a favored team or a favorite team to win this tournament. So right now the result's really up in the air. No one expected this, making it one hell of a final.
I think it's really interesting. I think Turkey and Germany were the favoured teams, weren't they? I mean, Turkey's always favoured, seems to be every year.
I heard Lust mention that the UK was his favourite team, but that could be his bias.
No, I think they would have been called the top three, wouldn't they? Probably Germany were expected to win it, and if not them, Turkey or UK.
Yeah, I think Turkey and Germany certainly took it more seriously than the UK team. We did our sort of our trainings, but Turkey and Germany were going very hard since before Christmas as well, I believe. Whereas we started after Christmas and sort of were more relaxed about it, which probably didn't help.
Was it not Poland who knocked both Germany and the UK out of the tournament?
They did, yes.
Through some pretty, well, at least the Germany knockout was a heart-wrenching match.
Yeah, that was very close.
That was very exciting, and actually Bene here got over here by the skin of their teeth as well.
Yeah, both draw matches, I believe.
Draw matches. I hope there's a drawn match today. That is how a grand final should end. In the snowy recesses of Winterberg. But
yeah.
Now as the teams prepare, Arrowin, if you would be kind, Echronwin, if you would be kind to tell me when they are almost ready to begin. But
they are almost ready to begin.
Oh, they are? Did they say live? Yeah. They say live when they're ready. Look for that.
No, they've asked if we're ready, so shall I say yes?
Okay. Well, yeah, we should tell them yes. Any
Hang
outstanding performers you expect to see here, Zan?
Ooh. Well, I have to say, I think Virus and I think Sebek as well, maybe doing very well. Virus is playing as an archer. Tommy and Drew, obviously from AE. I'd expect, and also Caius, and I think Watley's actually been playing very well as well recently. So yeah, there's good players on either side. I think it'll be interesting to see the comparison between the two teams as well. Poland seems to have a lot going on in terms of switching up tactics, because usually teams won't switch up tactics when they're winning. They keep they got a formula that works, keep to it until it doesn't work. But Poland seem to be quite happy to like switch up tactics like one round from next, even if they win, which is certainly unusual. And they run some very, very tight like crossfires and using jabs to support that. Bene seem to be more sort of all-round team. They're very good on like stopping Cav and keeping Cav out of play. Also have some very good rangers as well to match Poland's. So yeah, it should be really interesting. I think Bene have the advantage in player skill, perhaps maybe on cavalry. I think it's pretty even in terms of rangers. I'm not so sure on infantry. Maybe on infantry as well for Bene.
Well, what do you think about the maps that we've chosen for this? I know Field by the River. I'm not a big fan of Field by the River. I'll be frank, I hate the map. But it's a staple of competitive warband. It's a classic. Kind of fitting that they start on that. How do you feel about them, though?
Well, I can't say I like Field by the River, actually. I think it's a very simple map. I think that's the problem with it. It's too simple. It's not got enough going on it. I think when I moved the flag from the far off one, like off in the distance on the horizon, to the one that's near the fence, it at least like concentrated a little bit better, so it wasn't quite as ridiculous. But I think it's still too open and cav friendly, really.
That's actually kind of fascinating. I just realized you are the Azan, the man behind some of the maps here. You edited Field Out of the River and you created Verloren, did you not?
Yeah, that's true.
Wow. You must. Oh, you're going to provide some great insight today.
I don't know about that.
So what was your goal with Field by the River? How did you try to make it less a cav and archer fest?
Well, I couldn't really do anything about making it less of a cav and archer fest. It was just the fact that that far off flag was so far off that teams would basically ignore it. And the
one that spawns behind the ruins?
Yeah, it was to the point where teams couldn't even get there with a lot of the positions the map was giving. So it was just too strung out, and it's also the position it's in gives practically nothing to either team. There's nothing to fight around. It's just like a tree in like a massive open plain.
So where you moved that flag? That's exciting.
Yeah, I moved that to the fence because the fence area, in theory, has a bit more going on in terms of cover surrounding it.
The fence with the haystacks that aren't solid objects?
Yeah.
The mystery haystacks. That's actually a stellar place to put that flag because that area is underused.
Exactly. The one half of the map always used to go effectively unused. So this brings sort of like the main area of the map more into focus and less the other side of the map with the forested areas.
It's just really interesting. You can change the flow of a map just by fixing or changing where flags are placed.
Yeah, because I mean the way Warband's played is that you often don't want to push and be aggressive because there's little point. You know, if you get a good flag, you can force the other guy to come and attack you when you're strong. So there's often little point being aggressive. So teams will often just play around, getting as much flag control as they can, and then waiting for the flags to decide where to fight.
That's a small way to improving the map, but you can bandage a small cut on Field by the River, Dr. Azan, but you really can't cure the cancer that's killing Field by the River from the inside. Now, what about Verloren? How do you feel? One, how are the teams going to fare? Which team do you think has an advantage in this closer map? And secondly, what was your goal making this map?
With what, Verloren?
Verloren.
Just trying to make a close map. It was actually one of the earlier maps I made out of any others. This is my first attempt at a close map, really, I guess. It seemed to work out quite well.
I agree.
I wanted
it's
to
one
make
of my favorites.
I try and, in some cases, I try and like fit in sort of more different elements. I like to have different elements coming through that people don't use very often because I think the editor's very underused. Like, people always make the same types of maps over and over again. And well, a couple of my maps have more recently been sort of more conventional. I've just been trying to like thicken out the map.
You should not listen. You should not buckle into what the people are saying about the maps. Make them the way you envision them, Azan. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Azan maps. One thing That rat tunnel, talking about unconventional paths, I love the rat tunnels in Valorant. Is there a flag spawn inside of the tunnels? Do you disagree with that?
No.
Would it be too easy to defend?
It would just be a bit. There wouldn't be enough elements in it. If you have a flag in a place where you can't use things like cavalry, you can't have any ranged crossfires, it basically becomes very stale as to how to deal with it. Because fighting for flags is effectively what most of the warband game is about. You know, so if you make the flag very simple, you've only got a corridor to run along, it's just a massive meat grinder for the infantry, then there's not really going to be much to play around. The map's going to get quite boring quite fast. So it's better to have the tunnel as like, it's a nice element, you can move through it, you can have the odd little fight in there every now and then, but it shouldn't be used like a key part of the map, as it were. Same with the tower, because the tower is so powerful, you don't want it to be dominating the flags, because it would just be overwhelming.
And having faced both teams, which team do you think has a better control of Valorant?
I haven't faced them on Valorant, so I don't know about that. I think potentially this could actually work in Poland's favour, because I've just been very impressed with the way they've been setting up very, very tight crossfires. And Valorant does have a lot of positions on it to set up crossfires, which are difficult to break. So depending on how well they've practiced it, they could have some very tight setups that Benny would have to get through.
I do remember Poland having some really clutch archers here. Sadly, the roster is so tiny that I can't read it from my screen, but there were some standout players. I could pull them out from the server here.
You got Blade, Virus, Prince.
Oh, yes, I think Virus. That's a noteworthy name. I think he's a good archer. If he plays archer, I vaguely remember this.
Yes, he doesn't.
We have Carpe Diem, Prince Lele. We got some great people here on Poland. We have veteran Watley, Daru making a return. He was interviewed after that victory against Turkey, I believe, and he sounded really excited. And he was really amped for this match. They did beat Turkey, right?
Yes, they did.
Yes, okay. I should be confident, but thank you for assuring. Aliopa! One Kellerman has changed his name to Aliopa, which is the victory chant that Bene scream in their TS upon winning every round, or winning a round. So, hopefully they'll be screaming Aliopa all the way to the cup. It's like as though we have a ceremony where they grab the cup. But they can get a GIF of a cup, or maybe even a PNG.
You see, I think it's sad that I was in the Castle Conquest Championship the other day, a few weeks ago. It's like it was a little siege tournament set up by I can't remember his name. I can't pronounce his name. Terrible pronouncing. But yes, they actually had a map made with pedestals and whatnot. I think we should have that for all the tournaments.
Wow, that'd be so neat, because then you could just get the team in there, kind of like a photographer's moment, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Immortalize this victory forever inside of Warband itself. Well, the match is still preparing. This is a big match. This is the finals. This is to determine which nation is, or houses, or raises the best Warband player. So they need a little time to prepare here. They're almost ready. But until then, I will remind you guys that this is pretty friggin' hype, so I want to see a lot of Kappa faces in chat, and many other faces too. But please remember, you can always tweet us, and tweet Captain Lust, though he's not here. Let him know what he's missing. The truth is, he's actually visiting a new member of his family, so do congratulate him for receiving a nephew, and I bet that nephew is on his lap as he's watching this right now. He's raising him to be a warbander from birth. Maybe that way the UK will actually get to the finals this time. Oh. Nonetheless, you can tweet us at NC2015. I think that's it.
Nations Cup 2015.
Thank you so much, Arrow. She is our community outreach right now. She will be reading out tweets that are really exceptional and looking at chat. So, yes, do tweet that. I'm not really big on the tweetosphere, you know? So, you can also tweet at Arrow Trevant. Do you pronounce the W as V's?
Truant.
Okay.
No. No, you don't.
He's a truant.
In Welsh, you pronounce the W more like a double O, but in Truent it isn't pronounced that way.
W is a double O.
Yeah.
I love streaming because I get cultured. But, okay. That is neat to know. You could always tweet at him. I'm hoping you're going to be checking your tweets, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, okay. Changing to my Twitter now.
We want the voice of the people. We want to hear what some people got to say here. Most importantly, who they think is who they're really rooting for to give an exemplary performance here. This is the time for players to shine. This is the time for stars to be made, or for stars to fall from the sky. But since neither of these teams were expected to get to this point, they've really exceeded expectations. So.
Oh, well, since you mentioned tweets, you may like to know that Captain Lust just tweeted that he is watching
Yay!
Nations Cup. He's got it actually on the household television, so apparently his whole family are watching it.
Awesome! He's embarrassingly forcing his full family to enjoy this. I bet that little child is wailing right now. But that's pretty awesome. Now, teams are still preparing. There's a lot of build-up here. The tension just keeps mounting.
Yeah, in the interviews we did with the team captains, Harman wrote that Aliopa Christmas is over, Poland is coming. And this morning, LaRue tweeted that today is the day he finally wins the Nations Cup.
Today is the day. Neither of these teams have won a Nations Cup. Is that the case? Prior to this one?
I don't know about Poland.
Poland has won one before.
Oh, they've held the crown once? They know what it's like to be on top?
I think so. I might be wrong though.
I think they may have done in maybe 2012. Oh, they definitely got to the final, didn't they?
Luis Lust is the warband historian. I'm sure he'll tweet to correct us there. But okay, well, in this case, what are your personal predictions of who's gonna win here? Starting with Arrow.
Well, I've already got into trouble by saying that. I've got friends in both teams, so I want both teams to win.
Okay, that is a very PC response. But who do you? Okay, we'll leave it at that.
I think either could. I'm expecting it to be a close
Either
match.
one could. That's actually pretty great. I hope that's the result because that's how you get Winterberg matches.
Yeah.
When both teams are equally skilled. What about you, Azan? You face these teams. Which do you feel is stronger?
I'd have to say I think Benet has a bit more depth, so I think they're going to win. I think Poland is very strong in terms of their crossfires and also mixing it up, but I think they might just be a little bit overwhelmed by Benet. So we'll see. I kind of have to go with Benet anyway, since I've got clan members there.
Okay. Well, I mean, if Poland's strength is their crossfires, then they should come out swinging. If they get a big advantage in Field by the River, which should be a map that benefits them, because I would think that benefits Crossfire more. You're the man who makes maps. Or is Crossfire better in areas like corners where you can't see them?
No, it's definitely stronger on a map like Verloren. Verloren would really be able to use it. Field by the River, the distances are very great, so your accuracy of shooting over that range is significantly reduced. And also, obviously, because of the time of flight, if your team members are fighting near other team members, it's much more dangerous to be firing into the melees and such. I'd say that potentially the open map is going to favour Benet and Verloren's going to favour Poland.
I could see that now because does Benet not have ex-members? I'm not sure if it was dissolved, but ex-members of Apis Europa, or was it Kerwa?
Don't know if it has any Kerwa members.
I could have sworn they had it was some team that had 5 ex.
Poland has Kerwa members. Trebron's from Kerwa.
Was LaRue not one of the men who popularized 6cav?
Well, I don't know if you. Well, I suppose he did. Yeah. I'm the chap who invented it. Well, copied off the Americans and then changed it.
that counts as inventing. Yeah, but I think I remember LaRue is a very capable shot and also kind of good on a horse. And we have Watley, the venerable Watley, with his unbridled energy. We also have a player named Mega Man. No, that's copyrighted. He's a Mega Man. Mega Men. I have no idea who this player is.
I have to say I'm not so familiar myself.
I like his namesake. They're Mega Men. That's what Bene hopes to be today. A bunch of Mega Men. And maybe Mega Woman if they have one on their roster. And both teams are still...
They seem to want to start the match, but they're waiting for mount&blade to join now, so I think they're going to finally start.
Oh, okay. As you know, there was an extension that started at 1830 GMT. I'm not sure what it was, but it was probably to get this player in the game. That's why we started then. And now that he's here, good GLHFs are being thrown out. I think it is almost time. Are we live?
Yeah, we are live.
Okay. All right. Enjoy the intro. Oh, that's not the intro. All right, and now we're in the game. We have waited long enough. Both teams are assembling across from each other. Bene in the tree area, and Poland really exposing themselves by the haystacks, but they also control the bridge.
Yeah, it looks like Poland are wanting to set up a crossfire on the big forest there, using Virus and Sebek as a larger infantry pair, while the rest of them stay up near the bridge. Not sure how effective that's going to be because there's basically no cover there for Virus to start shooting. But they're just kind of doing a little dance at the moment. Also, the shield skill with the Saranids leaves you vulnerable to foot shots as well, so they don't want to be standing still for too long.
Wow, both teams just staring at each other. No one really getting any shots off. Oh,
I think Poland's
they're
maybe
shooting,
trying to push
though. Already
Princeton.
it's tense at the beginning. I just think it's so strange to see Poland out here fighting for this open area. It's because Azan, you move the flag over here, so they expect it. But the flag, the flag actually spawns in favor of Bene. It is tucked away behind their little forest and canopy of trees. Now it is up to Poland to come in here. Poland are favoring. They have one more archer. That seems very Polish to me. They won their previous matches by relying on the strength of their archers, and they have very capable ones.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this 4-cav Bene works out. If they're able to use that properly. They are doing a push now on Big Forest with that cav.
Yep, they are pushing into Big Forest. Because Poland was making a move here. But no bloodshed. Poland is very quick to just give up the terrain. They really don't want to fight. No one is really messing with the flag. There's no lone straggler. I think they all relying on a fight right now. They're all putting their bets on getting some kills. There's a few Polish cav. Oh, they're going in. Harman went for a swing, but he failed. And first kill goes to Caesarea. Bene with a man up right now. Oh, and a beautiful shot by Leroux. Gosh.
Yeah, I think Poland were trying to use the river there to stop the cavalry from doing anything.
Harman is stuck there. Trebron coming in to save him, but it's too late. Your bro is already dead. And Blade is shooting at a very weird angle. That is the angle of an archer whose team is losing, because that is not an ideal position. Now the Mega Men are coming down to run him down in the water. Blood is running red with Polish blood, and that is a really successful round right now for Bene. There are a few stragglers alive for Poland, but I think they're just going to try to... Oh, no, wait.
Oh.
They're fighting valiantly to the end. I thought they'd try to save their lives to not give them more money, but Bene have won the round.
Well, I see that Warband's definitely gave us seconds there. Trebron had the flag up, but you just can't stay alive for even like 5 or 6 seconds when you got that many players attacking you. So.
Wow.
Yeah, I think Poland was definitely trying to use their crossfires there. As I mentioned, you saw them sending Virus off on the left, but Bene seemed to nicely counter that just by doing an all-in push pretty much on one side, and Poland just seemed to crumble under it.
Poland crumbled under the shadows of that forest. I love that. Is that like the call term when you're actually playing? It's called Big Forest.
Yeah, Big Forest is what it's called.
It only has like 7 trees.
It's a big forest in Warman terms.
Well,
and that little tree on the hill is called One Tree Hill.
Really? Oh, I love these things. Azad, I'm so glad you're here. Lust never tells me all these secrets of the inner workings of competitive warfare. The terms. But it seemed to me that Bene, they started controlling that forest, and then Poland, they kind of half-assed attempted to take it over, and then gave up on that, and Bene just came back and reclaimed their area.
I think that's partly about the way Poland are playing though. They're playing around their crossfires, so they're not going to be wanting to like aggressively push in and take things. They want to sort of like work around the edges and get you trapped between their ranges, so they can sort of like slice you up. But Bene obviously did a big movement there and just took down that one side of Poland's crossfire there.
This time, Poland is now actually fighting early on for Big Forest, and they're actually pushing Bene away. They were over here led by Leroux, posturing to take it back, but I don't think they're going to. I also think that Bene have more cav now. I think they have more cav.
No, I think they had 4 last time as well.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Don has
Oh wait,
taken
you're right. The flag has spawned in the same area. However, Poland can actually contest it now. They have Big Forest, and now I think it is Bene who is kind of out in the open. The Bene horses are still on the outskirts of the fight, kind of waiting for a moment to attack Poland, who are still kind of holed up in the forest. I think there's a slight infantry push here, led by Sebek in the water. Leroux has positioned himself in a brilliant spot, right beneath the bridge. Oh.
Ooh, we got shot in the head there.
Yeah, he's being hit. I think it was hit earlier too. He is so injured that he may not be a big player in this fight. I think Carpe Diem wants to finish him. Oh! Bene's T comes in and messes with Virus. Virus putting himself in a terrible position, but Bene gets dehorsed. Mega Man coming in. I think these horses aren't going to do too well in the water, but Mega Man gets a kill. Or I'm sorry, Mr. T does. And fight's still happening by this bridge. Did Leroux ever go down?
Yeah, he just went down.
He went down, and Poland is still kind of shooting from the back. Poland's horses are going back to help the Polish archers there being harassed by Caesarea, and Sebek is still fighting valiantly along this bridge. He's gonna get some help. Trebron! Beautiful assistance! Oh, but now Sebek is getting is overwhelmed. Still, that flag. There's fights happening. This is just like so calm and measured by Poland here. So many bodies falling by this bridge, but the bigger battle is happening here at Flag, and Poland outnumber Bene here. They have 2 men here. Caesarea trying some weird tactic with a horse jump. He loses his horse, and I think he'll soon lose his life. It seems like Poland have a complete hold on this flag. Double kill to Prince Lelelelelelelelele.
One of the big risks about taking only 2 archers is if one goes down, the effectiveness of the other archer is significantly reduced. So when they lost Rue there, they kind of lost their ability to suppress the rest of their team.
Yes, Leroux got kind of mutilated really early, and he couldn't do anything as an archer there. That really lowered Bene's firepower there, and Poland fighting near that bridge. I think Bene got suckered to fight. I think it was Sebek down there in the water. They sent all their horses there while the other Polish archers were right below Big Forest, and they weren't really harassed. They were kind of shooting freely, which I think over time won them that fight. Poland playing that very, very methodically, I think.
I think as well, Bene kind of gave the initiative as well with that. They kind of let Poland come on as they wanted and didn't really adapt or try and counter push or anything like that. And also, sending all your cav into that water is horrible because the water's basically like an archer. It's like archer land where all the archers shoot you all the time.
It's horse quicksand, man.
Yeah.
But now, I think it's a similar thing is happening here. A posturing by Bene, but both teams are really putting a priority on Big Forest. Big Forest is kind of like the only noteworthy location on this map. And so therefore, it's important to fight for it.
I think the important thing about Big Forest is it gives firing positions on all 3 flags, actually. It's actually in view of all of them. It's not terribly dominant for any of them, but it's certainly not the best position for any of the flags. But it's sort of in the middle of the map, right in between all of them. So.
Wow, the Polish archers are unloading their quivers. I think Prince Lelele is a little injured, but I think he's injured a horse. I think he hit Caesaria's horse. Or Caesar, that's his name. Caesaria. Hopefully he can seize this flag that spawns in the new location that Azan talked about. That is an awesome area for the flag, but I don't think anyone's going to go for it. There will be blood. Oh, Ben is
bad for
bold.
Poland.
Oh, this could be bad. Bene now charging the archers. They got Virus on the run here. But and one of the Polish horsemen, Harman, gets reared up.
And Trebron. That's 2 cap down for
Poland are now being corralled into the waters. This is pretty bad. They get a kill back, a crucial kill back on Watley. But they're pulling back into the water to stop the horse charges. Bene's horses are doing work. Virus shooting behind a horse. Very brilliant. Oh, some clutch shots. Whoa! A headshot! Aliopa indeed! He's turning this fight around. Virus with the clutch shots. Bene now have to retreat. Their horses are useless, mired in the water. And Cristo the Vicious, look at him. Just like his name, he's viciously running at him. Bene's screwed here. Carpe Diem coming from behind. One of the few cav left. He loses his horse.
Yeah, I think Bene kind of thrown that round because they didn't have to follow the Polish team into the river like that. They could have stayed on top and shot them.
They fell for their honey trap. And it was too sweet. And Bene have died of diabetes. Wonderful showing by Poland. That was really impressive because they came back from a deficit. I mean, like, for all accounts, Poland was set to die that round.
Well, in some ways, but at the same time, although they lost 2 players, they were both the Cav players, which wouldn't have been any use in the river anyway. And Bene actually has 4 players on Cav, so if you consider that Cav are irrelevant in that river, Poland actually outnumbered Bene in the river. So when they ran into it half-heartedly, just thinking they're going to slaughter them, they're actually running into like quite a large numerical disadvantage for themselves. Bene.
That was brilliant. They made the Cav irrelevant. Plus, it's always cool to see them fight in the water. Warband doesn't have the best water effects, but it still looks pretty damn cool. By Bannerlord, they'll probably add blood. I just want to see like trails of blood coming from the bodies downriver.
Well, I just want to see people not like walking on the bottom of oceans.
Oh, that's part of Warband's charm, though. Especially maps that let you breathe. I remember in Siege, they have maps where there's like whole areas called, like, let's go submarine them here. Let's go behind them underwater in the caves.
Oh, God.
You should make a map like that, Azan.
Don't know if I'd be able to live with myself.
Alright, but no. Scuba Gear is for some other game.
I think it's worth noting as well, Vegas have quite a sizable advantage on this map, in my opinion. So losing 2 rounds as Vegas is quite bad for Bene.
Oh, I did not account at all for faction imbalances or strengths. Good thing we point that out.
The Saronids are good, but their archers have basically no power. And in terms of hit points on the horses for withstanding archers, I think a hunter's like 50% more hit points. Or maybe when you consider the armor, it might be actually 100% more damage it can take. So if Bene have 1 extra horse and they're all hunters compared to all Saranid horses, then that's quite a lot more, toughness for the Bene horsemen.
So in a way, you're saying Bene are somewhat squandering the inherent advantage to their faction?
Certainly, when they attacked in the river, they were definitely squandering it. Yeah, they used it well in the first round, where they managed to get the fight in the big forest, but.
Well, hopefully they can learn from their mistake as the flag spawns here, and Bene making a push, though they were further away. Cristo throwing some jabs in there.
I think it's a bit of a mistake of Bene to move on to the flag this early.
Yeah, especially since Poland's archers, are they not up there? Yeah, they're up on the hill. Prince Lelele and everyone is really high up there. Bene are really exposing themselves, and as such, Leroux gets knocked out behind a tree. Oh, that goes partial fire support for Bene is now gone, meaning the rest of Poland might be brave enough to charge in.
Yeah, but Bene just needed to focus on taking down that crossfire, not on getting the flags, because they're never going to be able to hold that flag.
Mega Man gets dehorsed. Watley goes down as well. Prince Lelele still shooting. Trevron jumping over the moon. Everything's happening. He's just styling on these guys. All they see is the underside of a horse. Wow. Was that a clean sweep? No. They did lose him.
Almost.
That was, wow. Such masterful work by Poland here with map control. And that is the end of the first set. Alright. And now we update the score and wait for both teams to switch sides and switch factions. So. Wow. Pretty good performance here by Poland.
Yeah, they're doing very well. Polish Cavs doing a lot of good work as well.
I'm astounded by their archers. Well, I mean, it is their Cav that is stopping Bene from getting at those archers.
Yeah, it's playing a little bit like I expected it to, but Poland is certainly using the crossfire as well. I think Bene just really need to focus on taking down those crossfires, and Poland just need to keep doing what they're doing, really.
They're doing just fine. That is like exquisite map control. I think Lus said that Poland, he knew deep in his heart that Poland is a war-banding nation. That is a deep understanding of this game. Like, the way it felt like they just kited the enemy to death. That third match though was more like, I don't know.
Well, they just sort of set up with their positions on the hill, the bridge, and on the other side of the river. And you know, when you've got like that big a crossfire, you can't sit on the flags for 2 minutes. You know, you're just going to get shot to pieces trying to do that. And Bene just didn't have any crossfire going on at all, really, I don't think. So it's not really surprising what happened there.
So what should have Bene done in that third round?
They should have been focusing on neutralizing the crossfire first before moving on the flags. Also, another thing you can do is potentially try and wait until later to be able to contest the flags. But in that case, Poland were actually contesting themselves. So it was basically a race against the clock for Bene to shut down the Polish crossfire and then move on to the flags and take after doing that.
Couldn't they have sent their superior cavalry force to go up on those hills? I mean, those archers were really exposed.
Potentially,
Prince
yeah.
Lelele and his friends.
If you think about the numbers, though, it actually doesn't end up that well. The reason that 6 cav works to be able to do that is that you have such overwhelming numbers. If you consider with 4 cav, any individual archer you attack, all 3 of the other team's cavalry can come and support them. So it actually ends up in a 4v4, where you're attacking a position with cavalry, which is never... It's not really cavalry's strength, like being a brute force sort of thing. So it's not actually that easy to do that. You can definitely send someone to engage them, though. I think potentially sending some cav to just mess about with the archers would have been one way they could have done it.
Bene in a hard position now. That round, they're put in continuous hard positions by Poland, and now they are at a 2-round deficit here.
Yeah, certainly not unrecoverable though, but they are going into this with the harder faction. Poland relying on... I think Vegas is just going to play to Poland's strengths here. Poland doing something very interesting here. They got 2 Dragoon cav.
Oh, okay. Well, we are returning into the game, my friends. They've reset, switched factions. Bene are now... What is this faction? They're Kurgit, right? No, those aren't played.
We could only wish.
What are these Sand people called?
Sand, no, dear.
Saradins! My knowledge of Warband is impeccable, I tell you.
Poland have actually seemed to have gone a 5 cav build, so similar to 6 cav, but they've taken an archer instead of one of the cavalry. Bene have gone with their traditional build, so this is quite interesting. I wasn't expecting to see any 6 cav, actually. I suppose I am not. I'm not either. But yeah, Poland does it.
Alright, let's see what the teams can do. Poland deciding for all cav, all archers. They are gonna kill... They're gonna find picks here, really. Unless some of those horses are here to dismount.
Yeah, the Dragoons... I mean, dismounting's one thing the Dragoons do. They're kind of a light cav who play infantry as well. That's the best way of thinking about them. I mean, interesting armor the Polish Dragoons are taking. They've got very little equipment in terms of armor, which... I don't know if that's going to be good enough.
Caius with some bold shooting out here in the open, but the distance is so vast that scoring a lucky headshot is pretty unlikely.
I think Poland will feel quite happy about moving around. You can see they're using their archers like much more liberally now because they've got such a big cav presence on the map.
Alright, flag has spawned, and it has spawned in favor of no one, really. Poland might have a slight edge here, but it's kind of between both sides. Big forest versus little forest. Who has the advantage?
I'd say Poland, definitely. They get set at least 3 positions around. You can consider there's about 4 positions around that flag. Little forest.
Oh, what is this? Mr. T is going right between everyone. No, no, no. Oh, look at this. Harmon is boldly going after the... Oh, wow. Sebek cleanly killing Bene Attila here. That sets back Bene quite a bit. And they just retreat.
That's exactly how to use the build. They've gone in, they've overwhelmed, and then they just retreat.
That is really, really great work they did there. And the horses are... They're kind of skirmishing, but Poland's really bringing it back. They're waiting for Bene to overextend, and they already have early on. But now Bene's really pushing in there with only 4 men. LaRue is still fighting in the background, but Mr. T loses his horse. Oh my god! Aliopa in the face!
Yeah, I think they just... the positions they have...
They're dying by the trees. Oh my goodness! A complete whitewash on behalf of Poland here. Incredible work, jeez. Bene's crumbling.
Yeah, interesting not seeing any... Oh, no, they did get a warhorse, Poland. That'll be a huge boon, because the Saranid archers just can't do anything against that. Even the... In fact, nothing the Saranids have can really hurt it, so... As long as you don't get couch lanced, you're pretty much immortal.
Bene really need to rally here. I think the score is 4-1, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Bene switching up, going to ruins.
There we go. Yes, they really need to rally. LaRue leading them here. I'm sure in their chat is a strong voice in there too. Yeah, they need Aliopa more now than ever. They have to stay strong here. They can't let their nerves get to them. They just kind of fed themselves to the Lion's Den that last round, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, Poland using a very powerful build here, I think.
Really using the faction strength?
Yeah, I mean, they have a little bit less power in terms of being able to, like, go and attack things with their cavalry because they've got 1 less cav compared to 6 cav. But they still can do it if you've got a lone archer, quite easily. And of course they got 3 archers, which as Vegas are just tremendous.
Whoa! Mr. Dono take us a shot in the leg. I thought LaRue team shot him, but no, that's not the case. It's just really great arching from Poland.
I'd say Benny making a really bad decision here, trying to push in on this. This is a build you cannot push. It's like, it's just designed to just punish that completely. It's just gonna, they're gonna get shredded to bits, I think, yeah.
I think Benny is still taking the bait that Poland leaves out for them. Oh.
Tommy just misses blade.
Whoa, what a kill! That's a perpendicular couch! Pretty awesome. That's a good start for Bene here. And Blade is still kind of exposed. T is still trying to harass him. I think Poland doesn't know what to do at this moment. T kills Virus. And I think Poland's on the retreat for once. I think Bene's bringing it back. Beautiful! A double kill for Mr. T!
That Poland who's going around, they retreat their archers out into the open.
Ooh, nice. Oh wait, a team kill. Bennett with the team kill and a
Poland's
good couch.
back.
Oh no, Watley will regret this moment later. Or he's regretting it now. Unfortunate team kill that is now, it's really even now. Poland with a slight advantage. Watley is being chased by so many horses. T's coming around. Oh, he missed an opportunity against Sebek here. He misjudged where he would land, but Sebek is no longer a threat. Now on the flag, LaRue fighting. Oh, he's bringing out the sword, but now he's changing to his arching. Oh, Mr. T with the stop, saving LaRue. Now LaRue is free to shoot. But he goes down. Did not find good cover. Watley coming around to help Mr. T. Hopefully Mr. T is he's not as good on foot as he was on a horse. Such a shame. Still, it could happen. Caius stops Christo. But Watley goes down because he's shot from behind for Prince Lele. I think Bene threw a match they almost had. Caius, he's not done. His team might have thrown, but he's not. Look at those swings, fighting 3 guys at once. He's lost his shield.
Once again, it was overcommitment by Bene. They got a couple of early kills there, but they just kept pushing, and it just... I don't know what happened. I didn't actually see on the other side of the map where those first few kills came back for Poland, but...
Well, one was an unfortunate team kill, and I think the other was an arrow? A timely arrow, I think, on someone else. It suddenly just evened out the fight.
Yeah. Poland there just didn't... Their cavalry weren't working very well to protect their rangers as Bene were pushing, and they retreated their rangers right out into the open, so it's not surprising those Polish rangers went down so early.
Poland, they really have a stranglehold on Bene here. That was Bene's opportunity to come back here. The score is now 5-1. As the lead grows, it's going to be harder and harder for Bene to take this back on Verloren. And Poland is going around the hayfield. It looks cool seeing a move all over there, but I don't know what they're doing. Are they fighting over there?
They're trying to kill Caius. Caius has been by himself with no polearm. He's just trying to jump over a fence to avoid all this. He's gonna go down.
He's getting trampled to death. What was Caius doing here? Pitiable Caius. Meanwhile, the rest of Bene are trying to drown themselves in the river? I'm not sure what they're doing here. Oh, they're trying to do what Poland did by preventing the cavalry from being useful, but it's almost working, actually.
I think they're not shooting down those Polish archers, though.
No, Virus is free to do as he pleases. Cristo gets off his horse, gets it killed, and remounts. Oh, the kick! Is that a hammer?
That's a mace.
And Virus with the hammer kill. Jeez, oh my almighty, like, Poland are set to take this whole set.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard to come back from this at this point, because Poland's snowballing quite hard. Although, having said that, they haven't got a lot of upgraded horses. In fact, only 2 of their rangers even have... only 1 of their rangers is Lamela. So, it's not incredibly tanky. A lot of their... Did the Cav have a lot of armor? Yeah, quite a lot of the Cav have heavy armor.
Making them moving tanks.
Yeah, but even if you dismount them, it's like they're going to be really hard to kill on the ground with scimitars and stuff, so...
Well, Poland kind of making this an open and shut case for them as best warbanding nation 2015. Bene, I think, in a way, I kind of see like desperation in Bene here and in their actions, and then it's only growing as the lead climbs.
Yeah, I have to say, I mean, this is 6 cav versus like an much older build. And I think you can't really attack 6 cav. The main problem with 6 cav is doing it wrong in the first place, attacking the wrong place with it. So against these older style builds. So if you don't throw your sort of chance away by attacking in the wrong place, then you know it can be very, very powerful. And you saw that they took down 1 player like immediately with practically no risk in the previous round at all. So it just forces Bene to have like they've got no crossfires going on. They're just stuck in one spot. They can't risk moving out. it leaves them very limited choices.
Bene overcommitting here, and according to Azan here, not playing to their factions, their strong suits. I believe you wholeheartedly, since I don't know myself. Your word is gospel to me, Azan.
Well, Samonid's a decent enough infantry, but don't have much cav stopping power. Oh, they're pushing now, actually. Botley just trying to make something happen, I think, here. Just going for some headlong rush, but need to be careful there.
Oh, a headlong rush.
Down. That's one archer down.
Oh, Mr. T has been actually showing a really great performance on a horse. He does not want Bene to lose. None of Bene want to lose.
Another archer down.
Another one!
Will Bene throw it away.
Don't throw it away, Bene. This is good. It's good right now. They have to learn how to measure their aggression.
I think they are gonna. Those Bene Cav have been so aggressive. Poor Virus, look at him just hulking among the ruins. Injured. He's been shot in the back. Right in the spine.
Poland in a little bit of disarray here. They're rearing themselves up.
But Bene are still pushing, and it's like they don't need to do this.
Well, Watley got a dehorse.
Yeah.
Bene still have to be careful that they have to realize they're still fighting armored horses everywhere. And a fight ensues in the back of the ruins.
I think this is where Bene are going to actually lose.
Inside of the shade of the ruin. Oh my god, every horse.
Players go down.
A double kill for Kellerman.
I was kind of afraid Bene was sort of splitting themselves up there.
Still some... Poland really is fighting rather well. That warhorse is still out there doing things. Cristo getting a few kills, but Attila put himself up in the ruins. Now he's coming to finish this. And I think Bene finally crawl back in this. They get around here. Cristo, yep. Getting shish kebabbed. And finally Trebron. Oh! He brought the horse! Caius with the kill. That is what Bene needs. Aliopa. Everyone get back in this. They take back a single round right at the end. And the score is 6-2 coming into Verloren.
I think they definitely needed that round. Not only just to sort of like get back in there in terms of the scores, but also just for morale. You know, you don't want to be losing 7-1 in the first.
Indeed, that would. If they went into the next round 7-1, I just don't know how they deal with it in their mental state. But I mean, they can really pull something amazing out here.
Yeah, as I say, this is a map which is oddly enough, even though I designed it, I'm very bad on it. I think, in fact, AE in general are very bad on it. Don't know why. I don't know why. I don't use all the secret trapdoors and secret passages I should have built into the map. But,
you should have made like a sewer grate that leads to the bottom of that area. Yeah, you just drop down it. You know, like Ninja Turtles or something.
Yeah.
But yes, Bene with a very commanding lead. No.
Poland.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Poland. Thank you for the correction. And actually, Miss Arrow, having witnessed all this, now, what do you have to say about what's been going on here in the match? How are you feeling about Poland's surprising beginning here and how Bene's been handling it?
I was very surprised to see Poland doing the 6-cav build. So
they pulled it off pretty well.
I don't think I've seen them do that before. Yeah, I'm surprised that they've got such a lead over Bene at the moment. But what I wanted to say was that we have a tweet from Black Tide, who has said the latest addition to Warblader's vocabulary from Cool Gaming Bros, the perpendicular couch, enters the scene. I actually missed that. I'm going to have to watch it in the... That was
a sick perpendicular couch, though. I mean, you have like a single moment to land that couch when the two horses meet. It's just beautiful. Beautiful murder. Poetry and horse motion. But you were saying that you're surprised by like the versatility of Poland here, bringing out the 6-cav.
Yeah. I think I had heard that Cristo had done some practice on cav, but I didn't quite expect them to put so many people on Cav.
Well, maybe Bennett didn't expect it either, but how do you feel about Bennett's aggression? How it's not really been tapered, and how there were like 2 rounds where they had advantages, but then it slipped from their finger. No, it didn't slip. Come on, now they hurled that across the field.
Well, when you spoke to LaRue last week, he said, didn't they, that Benny were playing each round one at a time. They weren't dwelling on what had happened in the previous round. Each round was a new one, a new opportunity to win. So, yeah.
They got to
maybe
keep
they
that
just
mentality.
feel aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, I think they might have wanted to get this win early, but now they have to realize that this win may never come if they don't start playing it smart. So, Azan, what do you think they got to do here? What does Bennett have to do here on Verloren? Obviously, win a bunch of rounds. But how?
Well, they've got to break that Polish crossfire. They did that on the last round that they won there. They went after the archers immediately, killed them, and then they managed to like drive it forwards. I think they could have done it a lot easier if they hadn't done that sort of drawn out sort of push, but they got it in the end anyway. The real risk, of course, is when they're doing aggression like that, is that all those cavalry came back and sort of could just potentially hit them, you know, in places because they'd all drawn out and not properly protected. But yeah, I think on this map they'll just have to be focusing on how to deal with that crossfire. They've got to deal with it somehow. I think Poland will likely run at least 2 cavalry as well, and have quite a light infantry setup. So that might mean Bene can at least take control of places like the tower to use that if they're running more infantry.
All right.
So we'll have to see how Poland plays it. But Poland have been willing to mix it up quite a lot. On from what I've seen, when they played against us, they mixed it up. When they're playing against the Germans, they mixed it up. So they may like take one build and then next round just change it like randomly. That's something they were doing.
Hopefully, Bene can not get mixed up on what they're going to do here. What Poland's going to bring.
I think scouting will be especially important. Knowing where the enemy archers are so you can actually stop them is obviously the first thing you need to do. And knowing if there's like 3 cav or 1 is also really important.
Well, Bene got to find these, what I think, pretty expert marksman Polish archers. They got to look for them and see them before the arrows enter their eyeballs. So, both teams still getting ready here. Oh, something of importance. I mean, teams are nothing but the players who make up those teams. So, what is there some standout play you've been noticing, Arrow, from any of the teams right now?
Sorry, what?
Any standout play?
No, nothing I can remember. Sorry, I'm being hassled.
That is so fine, because they're starting to play, and we're going to play the intro. Thank you.
Both teams are taking identical builds. Got 2 cav, 2 archers per team. Bene seem to be spreading out. Seem happy to just take the top area.
Intro. There we go. Now we're in the game. Continue as you were. I am so sorry to interrupt you.
Sorry, I hadn't realised. Yeah, so what I was saying is Bene, both teams taking 2 archers, 2 cav. Bene taking the top area. Poland seems to taking the alleys just by itself. Will mean Poland won't have any crossfires really going on. Could be bad for them, since that seems to be their strength. Maybe they don't have a way of doing it on this side of the map, I'm not sure. Or maybe they'll deploy to it once the flags come up.
Well, let's see here. A lot of infantrymen for Bene. Actually, infantrymen plenty for both sides. Mirrored setups.
Yeah, not. I don't know how this is going to go down. Bene, I think, certainly have the better positions at the moment. Although they got Tommy and Rue both sat at the same spot, so I'm not sure how. Oh, Tommy's a cavalry.
Well, Azana, I'll pose to you the same question. Have you been seeing some really exemplary performers from some Polish players right now?
I think Carpe Diem actually did some really good work because Cav on the previous map. I swear I saw him doing quite a lot.
I was impressed by Mr. T. I know he has no Mr. in front of the title, but he's a gentleman. And flag spawns. What is that area called, Azan?
I think we just call it attacker spawn. Because maps usually have an attacker and defender.
Wait, an attacker, but both teams spawn neutrally. Like,
in theory, yeah, but most maps tend to have a bias on them, and for some reason, the first team always seems to be the one with the bias. So the second team is the attacker.
Harmon gets shot in the back, and Bene are actually now pushing inside of here. I love this map because when the teams meet out here in the center right here, it always looks like a gang fight, like a medieval gang fight. The Capulets versus the Montagues. If they had vests, it'd be the Jets versus the Sharks, but it kind of is because Poland is a giant great white.
One thing, look at the amount of jabs that Poland have now.
Bene right now are tuna. There's a bit of shield bashing going on here early on. That flag is in Bene's favor, though. They are forcing the issue with Poland. Lots of melee fights. Lots of guys shooting into this fight as well. Ooh, Mr. T trying to make his presence known. Oh, I think Harmon does a better move altogether. Beautiful shooting by Caius. Takes out Harmon off his horse. Bene getting the better of the fight. They are moving up. Mr. Prince Lele gets a good kill. And Trebron and Blade are inside the smithery.
Is the smithery?
Is that the anvil place?
I was going to say the blacksmith.
The blacksmith. And they're still fighting in there. Bene raised the flag in the meantime, but everyone here. All right, Bene taking the hammer to that anvil and getting the early round here. They need this. They need this.
Yeah, they need a lot of rounds. At least 6.
They completely messed up that shop. I like to imagine that both teams, like, it is kind of a medieval gang fight in that this is a populated village. I don't know if you envisioned this when you made this, Azan, but like it's a normal village, but some infighting or some fight brewed between these two factions that they finally said today we meet on the streets, and so everyone boarded up their windows and shut down their doors. and so they fight out in the streets with the people watching from the windows as best they can.
Gangs of Villerin.
The Gangs of Verloren. That is this film. That is what we're watching right now. It could be like their leader got assassinated or poisoned, and one crew blamed the other. But really, it was the UK who actually did it.
Anarchy and sweaty.
But right now, both teams just kind of sitting.
I think you could see the Poland didn't really have much of a crossfire going on. They just had a couple of positions at the end of that courtyard, and it really wasn't enough for them to be able to do their customary sort of horrifying crossfire, which they've been certainly used against us last week, and were using against Bene in the previous match, in the previous map even. But maybe they can get some better ones. Although, to be honest, that position is the one they should have had the crossfire on. They should have been able to get a decent crossfire on that one. But they seem a bit slow in moving onto the flag. I don't know why.
Yes, Bene did get there quicker.
Yeah, but they should have the inside route, Poland, so I don't know why they were so slow. Not really sure.
Flag spawns inside of the rat market. Bene kind of have a real good handle on that. They also have Watley and Mega Man here to stop any push from Poland, but Poland are making their way up here.
But Bene are happy to fight him though.
Oh, they are happy to fight him, and they're happy to land that shot. Caius getting a beautiful shot on Carpe Diem. He was moving not very carefully. They're still getting peppered, actually.
Trebron taking a big hit though.
That is one of only 2 Cav for Poland here who is injured.
Harmon dismounted and killed in the alleys. Oh, Blade and Christo have pushed over the side. They're trying to.
Yes, they got up here, but they're being fought. Oh, I think Mega Man got his horse stuck. Oh yeah, that horse is so
Mega
stuck.
Man's in trouble.
That horse is so... He falls off his horse, he abandons it on the stairs. Fighting in there and fighting on the side as well. Down in the market... Oh, Sebek gets a double, but LaRue gets a double. And Bene come out on top. I think it's happening.
I get the feeling Bennett's a lot more comfortable here than they were against the builds Poland were doing on open map.
They certainly are. Poland kind of split themselves there. Not sure what's happening. I mean, the awesome map control by Poland is not here. Then again, you could say it was flags spawning in that area, but Bene made it a point to control the tower and those tunnels, really, in that whole upper area. Meanwhile, Poland is just kind of taking the brewery.
Yeah, I mean, the position they're putting themselves in there, maybe they can't take anything more. Maybe they don't feel they can, but they don't really have any crossfires from down there where they are. So maybe the fact that they're not getting the crossfires and simply don't know a way of safely taking them. I think the map does, in some ways, favour the upper team because of this. It is easier. They do get the sort of like better defensive positions.
Yes, and you can tell from the map that you just look how spread out all these Bennett dots are. As you said, they're looking for where Poland's coming. And actually, Poland have retreated and are coming up the steps. Bezum sees it and he is retreating. That is a lot of red and white shields coming in here. Is there anyone on top? No.
No, they do have a guy on top, actually.
Whoa, Poland making a really brazen push here for this, and they're leaving the inside of the tower and coming down on the streets. Oh wow!
They're doing a spawn swap here. I'm not sure why they're doing this at this stage.
It is a spawn swap. Both teams migrating. I don't know why Bene didn't fight this. Maybe they're wary of losing fights where they rush in. They're thinking that those crafty and clever Belgium and Netherlands players are coming up with some plans, so they're just gonna move. They may just be chasing each other circles around the map at this point.
I don't think it's going to work to Poland's favour though, because so far they seem to be at their strongest when they're the ones sort of taking the fight and sort of receiving it. Oh, but they've got the flag now. That's certainly worked to their advantage.
Flag spawns over in the rat market. I think Bene were making a push to do another swap and a rotation here, just one giant circle around the map, a continuous one, but... Oh, Blade has to jump out of the building. He takes no damage. Pretty expert. Oh, he gets shot on the way down by those crossbows. Bene
have to deal with the crossfire.
Coming out of the doors. I think they might have someone in the tunnels. They don't have anyone in the tunnels. They are fighting near the cheese.
And that crossfire's pretty nasty. They've managed to break it temporarily at least, though.
Ooh, what a jab! Poland losing 2 men right off the bat. There's a few kills being brought back. But Poland are now being chased out of their area.
5v4.
5v4 going on. Oh my god, some great fighting on the stairs. But no, they fight on top. Bodies tumbling from the stairs. Poland evening it out. Actually, sort of. They're still at a disadvantage. But these brave 3 men are still valiantly fighting among these stairs. Now they are running over to the market where Bezum is waiting for them. Bezum and Walty.
The problem for Bene here is that they're going to be actually fighting 3v3 because their other players are going to be taking a while to get back. So Poland have a little window now.
There is a window here. If they could get Mr. T to not come in. All right, each man taking an opponent. Oh, but I think the Bene's fourth has come in. Dr. Dono's come in. Oh, don't donate kills. Oh, there they go. The power of numbers.
Now the cab just able to work uncontested.
Yes, they lost their horse, but they saved their men and won the round. Bene with a whole lot of momentum in here, man. This is the anger of a few mega men.
Yeah, and they've nearly evened the score now. It's 6-5, I believe.
Wow, this is more like it. This is a match worthy of the finals. And I thought, you know, Poland wrestled. No, they didn't. I want to say they fought for control of that area, but Bene just easily gave it up and just kind of reclaimed it through battle.
Looks like they're going to fight to defend the tower this time. Or at least the bottom of the tower.
That's a tough spot to fight for.
You know, I have to see if Poland can get any of the positions, because I think that's what they'll want. Yeah, they're sending Prince and Carpe out as a little archer infantry pair to try and get a flank, I think. Don't think Benny will be able to do much about that either.
That was a close round, though, all things considered.
Yeah, it was very close.
Do you think Poland should have fought the tower? Oh no, they're fighting now! Prince Lele on the stairs! I don't think Poland wanted this. Maybe they did! Because they're able to shoot from the top of the tower. Oh, players dying
Team
left and
kills,
right.
both sides.
Both times. It's even down in the grand scheme of things. Lives being traded out. Horses glitching through walls. Blade! The worst part is the horror on Blade's face as he watches his team succumb one by one. Oh, the stab from the back! No way! I'm so sorry I missed that. I didn't notice Watley coming up, and neither did his poor victim here. Blade went down without even knowing what happened. That felt like some Godfather moment, you know? And Harmon, the last Polish player, gets off his horse. He wants to die a man. He wants to die with his cheese. I think he's
got a weapon. I don't know if he's...
He might have dropped his weapon, or he just wants to go down a very brave man. Get the cheese!
There's some sort of crimson slaughter there.
And he dies in a humiliating pose. This whole set was kind of humiliating for Poland. What an amazing comeback. As we go into a break for the final set. Wow, that is surprising. That's what I hoped for, but I didn't think it would happen. That was so commanding. You place Bene inside of walls, and they suddenly know how to play the game.
Well, it's happening completely opposite from where I expected. I expected Poland to be able to get the crossfires on this map, and then Bene to do maybe a little bit better on the open map. It's completely opposite. We'll have to see how Poland do with that side, though, because obviously they get the slightly better defending positions to start with. So they might be very abusive with them. But it didn't seem... I mean, the lower spawn is more limited in where you can do defensive positions, but it didn't seem like Poland were sort of like masterful in using them like I've seen them on other maps. So, I don't know, maybe they're just less confident on this map on where to go. That's the thing I can think of.
Confident?
Yeah, as in they don't know exactly where to go with their ranges. They seemed very sort of limited. Like on that first round they lost on that set. When they were defending the attacker's spawn, they could have got over there, taken tunnel, and like set up a horrible crossfire across the whole thing, which is what I was expecting them to do. But instead, they just sort of stayed back in the alleys. They had that very small crossfire just on the alley they had. They didn't really do much. Whereas when we were playing them the other day on Castellum, like they were doing these massive like controlled splits to get horrible crossfires everywhere. So.
This complacency by Poland to lose 4 rounds right in a row like that. Do you think factions might have been a part of it? Will they do better switching here?
I don't know. I mean, I think the factions are actually pretty balanced. Vegas are a good I think Vegas and Rodux are actually quite a balanced faction setup. I mean, in fact, I'd say Rodux possibly worse, maybe a little bit. But it depends how you use them. Rodux are a faction that have quite a lot you can do with them, but not many teams do much with them. Vega's infantry slightly worse than Rodux, I'd say. Obviously, Rodux shields don't break, and then they have higher damage from the cleavers.
Those were convincing. It's amazing. Like I was praising Poland for their great map movements. Is that you yourself said that. They know the map. They're familiar with it. They when they practiced you, they had crisp movements. Why did they suddenly lose it all between here and Field by the River?
Well, as I say, it might be just that they're not, less confident in this map. A lot of teams will have good maps and bad maps as to how well they play. So on one map they know exactly where to go, they've got some good plan, they know all the positions to take, and on another map they're simply more hazy on it, and not sure how to do it.
Wow. I mean, it's surprising that this happened, but I'm so glad that it did, because this has the potential to be the closest final ever.
I think as well, after the first set, Bene might have... I think in the first set, Bene might have been a bit complacent as well in how they were playing it. And while they probably would have woken up after the first set, they then got hit by that 6-cav build, which obviously they just couldn't deal with as Vegas with the way Poland were playing it. Or 5-cav build is what it was. So I think now they might still be sort of like... They might be a bit more woken up. And that could be contributing, I guess.
I would pay good money to listen to the team chat right now for Bene coming back from that 4-point deficit right now.
All to play for this set.
Yes, there's still much to play here. I think, well, this reset's gonna do Poland a whole lot of good. I mean, wow, they were sitting pretty lofty right now, or they were sitting lofty just a short while ago, and it's like Bene just pulled the seat out from under him.
Yeah, I have to say, I think Poland will do better with this side. Crossbows are obviously, well, not obviously, but they are potentially much better on this map. Just because all the corners to pop out from behind. But, and also, obviously, the upper spawn has better defensive positions to begin with. We'll have to see how Bene plays it, though. I don't know. I think they'll play it quite cautiously. But
it's also pretty... Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. But I'm glad to see that Bene are not as foolhardy as they were on Field by the River. They are conceding ground and finding other ways to gain that back instead of just like sending men to slaughter. And I think it might be live.
Oh, Poland doing something a bit unexpected there.
Oh, it is live. Thank you, Arrow. And now we return, guys, for what may be the final set in the nation's grand final.
No change up on the builds for either team, sticking with that 2-cav, 2-archer build. Poland did a rush into the tower, obviously just trying to make sure Bene doesn't get it. Tower is quite important in terms of taking the upper spawn when you're on the lower spawn. If you can hold tower while you're trying to attack it, it makes it a lot easier. If you don't have tower, it's basically impossible. You have to try and push the ramp or something. But...
Oh, it actually doesn't go through the floor. That's a shame, Azan. When you created that tower with the broken floor texture.
Oh no. I didn't create the tower, I just put it there.
I'll blame Tailbolt for that.
This is Lust's department. You can logic and play.
Oh, okay. Cleric Johnson, make him clean the toilets again. They're not sparkly enough. That's what he gets for his gambling addiction.
Yeah, I've already had to do a lot of work to try and rebuild this map because people are complaining about bad collisions. Do you see where Mega Men is at the moment? They're sort of like had to rebuild the end of that house because everyone's complaining about arrows sticking into the like thin air because the collision model's the same. That's all been remodeled, set a facelift. So hopefully it should all work correctly now.
Lots of effort put in on these maps, and that's pretty awesome. The flag spawns near those houses that Azan was speaking of. Tower kind of has a good position here. Poland are actually moving into the archway. They want to go to the brewery. Bene are fighting them at the arch. I don't know, neither team is bold enough or foolish enough to go into enemy territory like that, so Poland are going around instead.
Not sure what that was about. I think Poland was trying to simply discourage Bene from taking that middle area.
Possibly. Maybe they just wanted to stop him from trying to get up to the tower in that way.
Yeah, Bene don't seem to care about the flag, though. They're going for that upper spawn.
Oh, they're going that way anyway. They're still taking the approach, and the first kill going to Virus with a headshot.
And that's pretty bad for Bene when their archer's going down immediately.
Virus actually jumping down to be part of the fray. I'm not sure why. Was any better up there? Bene are now pushing. Leroux found himself a nice position behind this fountain. Oh, and he's getting some shots in. Bene still dying. Oh, no. Oh, goodness. Dehorsing in mass. Vira is still shooting away. Oh, wait. I think Bene might still have a chance here. It is 3 on 3. Oh, my God. It's a kind of an even match, too, in terms of the units they have up on the board. But right now, Donor he's donating blood right now. He is bloody. Oh, but he's getting hits in on Carpe. Neither Mega Man or Harmon are able to find any opening here. And now Mega Man instead is trying to go finish this fight. Oh, Harmon sees the same opportunity. Oh, no. Bene's move to try to switch lopside certain fights backfired. Oh my gosh, Donor fighting till the end. Oh my god, that was a great round by Poland there. Bringing that back.
Yeah, they're being a bit more decisive now, I think, in terms of they're making aggressive moves, and they're not being predictable either, which is also important.
That was a
So
bloody good
Bene's going
fight.
to go to the tower. This could be like, if unless one team is chicken, this could be a big bloody fight in the middle.
Oh, I think both teams are coming up here. Oh my god, please fight in here. Please, I never see this happen. Oh, they're going to, maybe. They're posturing. One man is going on the ceiling.
I think Bene are a bit slow there getting that ladder up
Rooftops, they're not Spider-Man, they're only Mega Man. Oh, they're even going down the back. Whoa, Watley's coming up around. Rooftop fighting. No, Watley's going down. That is so brilliant. He's creating an opening. Bene flooding in. No, but Poland, stop it. Whoa, even the horses are in here. They came too late. Bene is not pushing in the door. What if they're being stopped out here? All these horses so ineffective.
2v5 now though.
That was such a bold maneuver by Bene. But it is their boldness that's costing them. It's costing them the lead.
Yeah, it was a bold maneuver, but they were hesitant about it. They needed to get a ladder up immediately and get up to the top, and they sort of dilly-dallied and didn't do it for about 10
Watley
seconds.
was not hesitating at all. That was a straight siege maneuver. That was so
Hey, man.
wonderful. I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
just have to say that apparently the aggregate scores are locked on the
Oh, I
stream.
fixed it. Thank you. Thank you,
Okay.
though. I got it. I got it handled. But sometimes I need help. So thank you, Arrow. Now, damn. Now it's really on Bene here. They stand to lose this all right now. That was such a great... I'm so sorry. I'm so sad to see that their boldness was not rewarded. They were not on the same page. I don't know why the front didn't barge in there when the horses came. Those horses were left to dry.
Sadly, many battle players don't know how to play Siege.
Yeah, they should totally get on the Siege server. They gotta know how it works. It's all about... Siege is all about one man making a disruption among many men to allow the bigger group to make a push. And that is
Barrel it
what
with his
Watley
shield
was
up
doing.
and spin around in it. Old Siege player.
That's a shame. Well, that goes to show you Siege strategies don't work in battle game modes.
Oh, they do. They do. Just people don't do them.
I
Because
really
battle
thought
game.
that it was the execution that faltered, but goddamn, that plan was beautiful. Those horses, they came in way too early, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, it was also that Poland, like, they killed Watley and they still had men stopping that front gate. The gate did not fall. They made a shield wall that was impenetrable. Now is do or die for Bene. They have to win 2 consecutive matches. This is the final
Rounds.
one. 2 consecutive rounds to try to force this into a tiebreaker. And they don't have the luxury of good equipment either. They kind of got slaughtered in the last 2 rounds.
But they do have a flag. And that could be very good for them.
Yes, this could have the makings of success. Where are Poland coming? They have their horses on the periphery here. Or are they going in the tunnel? I
Yeah,
think
Poland going through tunnel.
Poland are going tunnel.
Interesting, Benny are just giving up tunnel. I think they could have potentially held that, but they decided not to.
Nah,
Don't
it
know
was
if they've-
too wide. Too many shields.
Don't know if they noted Blade in the tower though. Just waiting.
Alright, whoa, Virus put himself in a great position. If Bene weren't going to fight at the mouth of the tunnel, they should still have tried to fight near this wall, because now Virus has that crossbow ready to pick off anyone who dares put his shield down. Donor.
Looks like Watley's trying to go and get him.
Oh, Blade is coming around. Poland really have all the flanks here. Watley again! Watley is not going to go down. He is not going to lose this tournament. Oh, God. Oh, a Polish player going down right now, early. Another Polish player going down. Watley disrupting Virus. That is a trick. This flank by Poland is not working out for them. Double kill for Caesarea, and is Watley still alive? Caius, a double kill. Watley's still friggin' going. Bene win the round with everyone alive. Oh, wait, no. No, someone died, but he wasn't very important.
Poor Calvin. I don't know.
Wow, I thought Poland had, like, the most beautiful setup there.
2 war horses for Bene now, so Poland are going to be in trouble if they have to fight anywhere in the open at all.
Wow,
And crossbows don't have a very good fire rate either, so...
Was that part of the problem?
I don't know, the thing is Virus got shut down very early, and I think Blade as well. He was up in the tower, I didn't actually see what happened to him, but I don't think he was in a really position to do anything. So I think, once again, Poland not really having the crossfire they'd want, I think.
They almost had it. I mean, Blade was around the side, and...
yeah.
I'm really surprised that Bene won that round, and so decisively. It seems like every round that Bene holds back and tempers their aggression, and just holds it for a moment. They just gotta let it build up. They gotta let the alley-oopas build up in their team speak, and then they rush forth again. Every time they do that, they end up winning. They need one round to force this into tiebreaker. I think in the spirit of competition, Poland should just throw this round to take us there.
Definitely, I think
that
everyone
wouldn't
wants to
be
see what to do.
That wouldn't be. No, they have to earn it. You don't get given anything in life. You gotta take it. You gotta earn your position. And now, nothing's happening, which is okay. That favors Bene. When things don't happen, Bene wins. Dude, my hands are sweating, and I'm not even playing.
Tense final round.
My mouse is drenched. There we go. Silence on the field as both teams are thinking about this. Poland realizing that they stand to lose this advantage that they've had, and Bene realizing that they stand to lose everything here. The flag spawns.
Trying to rush that middle alley.
Are they actually going to go through with it? The magic unit. There were some switches. Error magic unit has been in here for a few rounds.
I don't know what they're trying to do with that.
Poland getting pushed back. Didn't Poland lose this last engagement doing this? No, it was Bene. It was Bene, yes. So it's up to Bene to take this differently. Intelligently, I think Bene understand that Poland was just posturing, and they're setting up Caius and everyone out here in the this market area, the fountain area. All right, both teams are raising the flag. They're just staring each other down. They're probably taunting. They are yelling obscenities at each other. We got you, Bene. Screw you, Poles. One strike going in here. Virus is in a great position, though. Mega Man is waiting. He's still waiting. I don't know if they should wait any longer, because Virus is in a position to go in. Those shots coming in from the side. Oh, Mega Man makes a choice. He goes in. Mr. T's injured. Mega Man goes down early. Oh, a team kill by Poland. That is what Bene needs. Watley goes down. Donor, no. Outnumbered Caius with the shots. Some clutch shots. Can 2 archers kill 4 men? Can 2 archers kill 4 men? They're peppering them. LaRue, it's up to you. You and Caius. Oh, pitiable Caius, the situation you're in. LaRue's dancing.
That cavalry.
That cav is gonna... Oh, Caius is in such trouble in
that. What's Harmon doing? He's gonna attack Caius when Rue's on the flag.
Oh, the flag! All he needs to do is survive! If he survives the flag!
4 seconds from that.
Oh, no! Had they held the flag, They could have won on time! But they didn't! Poor map control ends up being the downfall of Bene, and Poland are the warbanding nation of 2015. What a conclusion. We don't get Winterberg. Son of a bitch.
And I told Rude just yesterday not to jump when Cav come into bump stab you. Don't jump, I told him.
Did those players realize that all they had to do... Wait, okay, you understand this better than I do. Had LaRue stayed alive, is there a flag contest period, or it would have just...
No, they would have won outright.
They would have won outright if he just stopped going for kills and just turtled?
Well, yeah, I think he was trying to turtle, but the problem is that Cav was just able to come and
bumped
bump
him
and just force a kill. Yeah.
And then Caius, I don't know, I really think Caius kind of... He cracked right there. That was a man falling apart. He was charging the flag. Really, the move I think he should have done was just hold back, right? Like, even... He was trying to rush the flag to prevent any further raising by Poland. But I think he would have just won because it was higher. Like, there wasn't a buffer area for a draw, right? There might have been.
It was definitely higher. The Bene flag. The thing that they needed to do, Bene did, was take down that horse, because that has the ability to go around. But Harmon almost threw it there, because I was thinking, what's he doing? You know, there's like 15 seconds left, Rue's on the flag, and he was going to attack Kaya, so he was very late in making the decision. It was literally seconds to decide that. If Harmon had delayed even 2 seconds longer, it might have been a very different match.
I feel like this moment will forever be imprinted on Caius' and Leroux's mind. On their deathbeds, they will say to their lovers and their family, "My only regret is that I did not realize all that we needed was that flag." Wow. Arrow, how do you feel about these that final round, the climax of everything?
Yeah, I feel a bit like you actually, that I'm very, very pleased that Poland won, but I would have liked to see them play Winterberg.
I think everyone would have liked to see them settle this on Winterberg, but all right, it was a very tense moment, and in the heat of it all, I mean, those two players were outnumbered. They ultimately their whole team ended up losing that fight, though they won the flag. That always gets me, man. They lost the fight, but they had the round. Nonetheless. Well,
I mean, but remember that Bene did incredibly well to come so far. They've never been in a final before. Oh.
Ever?
Oh.
No, I don't think so.
Well,
no, but it's the first time.
My commiserations and my respect to Belgium and Netherlands. I almost counted them out early on in Fueled by the River, but they really tried to bring it back, and they almost took it all the way to Winterberg. But sadly, they are the losers, so we speak no more of them. Because now we talk about Poland! Poland! Deep down, I was pushing for these guys. If you know the history of Poland getting here, they had to beat Germany in Winterberg, and then they made a surprising comeback against the UK when they were down a whole lot of points in the semifinals. And now they're here, giving us another amazing, intense match and proving they are the grand final winners. The whole winners of the whole tournament. The best warbanders are from Poland. It's settled here. There's no argument. You can make one, but Poland will stab you in the face and shoot you from across the map. Well.
And we had so many viewers. I think we had around 400 viewers at one point. So
yeah.
Everybody remembers to subscribe to the channel.
Oh yes, I will whore ourselves out here. Remember, guys, hit that follow button on behalf of everyone here on production, and follow this. This is the premier place for warband competitive scene. Though this is the end for Nations Cup. Aren't there other tournaments? There's something called the next Hassan, help me here. What is the next tournament that's after this?
Oh god, ECS?
ECS, that's the tournament.
ECS, yeah, starting soon.
And so there will be future competitive matches. Remember to follow us here. And if you miss a match, do find us on YouTube at youtube.com/MBTReplay. MBTV Replay, there we have all VODs. Lust cuts them up and puts them on there for anyone who could miss a match. And tweet away. Tweet your wonder at what happened today. Tweet your disappointment at not seeing Winterberg. Tweet everything. Arrows
And
up.
with any
get the
luck,
job.
we'll have Harmon come in a minute for an interview.
Oh yes, and don't go anywhere, guys. Remember, we have an interview coming up with Poland. Is he the leader?
Harmon. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, okay. He's the leader of the Poland crew, and he is going to say some words. Maybe gloat, but I think Poland's humble. I imagine him to be. But yes, we're gonna ask a few questions and just talk with him and see what it's like and what their thoughts were on the match. So stick around for that. But in the meantime, tweet away and. Oh yes, always remember all the competitive stuff happens on the Guildhall forums and Tailworld, so post there about this match. And it's always important to mention the incredible and talented Nervous Test Pilot. He makes the music for Mode 7 games, and it is the music you hear in the background throughout this stream. The guy's talented, and he allows us to use his music because he's awesome and just wants it heard. So go check out his stuff. The link is down there in the Twitch page. And yeah. Wow. What an amazing game.
There were quite a few team kills. I thought far too many, actually, for this level of competition.
Didn't the last round have a duel? Each team killed another person from their own team?
At about the same time, yeah.
At the same time? Maybe it was two archers zeroing in on the same one-on-one fight, and they just totally missed.
It's not what you want in competitive play, but in the end, team kills a higher risk. You know,
It's a
you're
sad
taking a risk, and
reality.
it just yeah.
But okay,